Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. What a beauty. Just bought this yesterday. If you haven't watched the last video, you can watch it. Hauled her home. Went over it. We're going to go in more depth on it today. But just bought it yesterday, $1,550. It's a one owner, 78 El Camino, a real super sport. One owner. But been sitting up for about 20 years. Just been neglected, forgotten, abandoned, whatever you want to call it. But I think it's a beauty. I can look past it looks bad, it looks ugly, but no real rust. A couple little rust spots in the quarter panel. Some rust coming from around the chrome. Needs a little upholstery work. But overall, it's got a lot of good qualities, and we're going to go over the good and the bad of everything. But I still got it hooked up to the trailer. Got it unstrapped. What we're going to do is back it up. We're going to back it up right in here in the sun. It's early morning, it's about 7:30, well, close to 8 o'clock now. I'm going to back it up over here in the sun and we'll see if we can get this sumbitch running. It's if it doesn't run, something major wrong with it, it's not the end of the world. I got an engine transmission in 77 Malibu, souped up a little bit, got an Edelbrock intake, 4-barrel on it. This car to me is just not worth fixing up. It's not. The El Camino one owner super sport is worth way more fixed up than this is. And this one's just got a lot of rust on it from water leaks. Just the water has just gushed in through the seals here and rotted out the trunk and these areas here. It's just, to me, it's not worth fixing up all the way. You know, sell it as is, get it running, sell it as a beater, builder, yeah, but you're not going to make very much off of it. And the best part about this car is the drivetrain, and we can always use this drivetrain for this one. The guy I got it from didn't know much about it, other than he thought a year or two ago, it'd been sitting in the same spot for 20 years. A year or two ago, they said they got it running to move it on a different spot of the property, and it had carburetor issues. I said, well, does that, you know, does it knock? Does it smoke? Does it? Nah, he didn't know. He said he doesn't think so. He thinks it runs, but we'll find out. But it's an anemic 305, 145 to 155 horsepower. Not very much. 2-barrel at that. And I didn't know, but you could get a 350 in this particular year. You couldn't in the 80s. In the 80s El Caminos, they were 305s only. But I guess in 78, 79, somewhere around there, you could get an optional 350. I don't think I've seen any with them. All I've seen them with, well, there's a lot of V6s, but they were mainly in the Malibus, which shares the same front end. But mainly of 305s and low horsepower. You know, it was at the time they were just more interested in gas mileage and, you know, smog crap and all that. We're gonna check this out real good. I don't know if it's still got the original catalytic converter on it. Oh, it does. Can you see it? There we go. It's the original catalytic converter. I have to cut that off. We're gonna check it out all underneath. You see the frame's real good and everything. It's a little crusty on the floors over there. And I wanted to go over subscribers. Watch that video on the 71 Chevelle. This is the same guy I bought this, looked at the 71 Chevelle and I passed on. Go over a little bit of the difference in rust from up north on driving on salt roads compared to Texas southern cars, except for the south, east, Georgia, South Carolina, stuff like that. I've seen too many cars that, I guess, high humidity and they just rot out. But down here, we don't really have that much humidity, although we've had some this year. So when you see the rust in the floor, the cars down here, they sit. I don't know how bad this one is. The driver's side's pretty bad. So they'll leak water in through wherever. And then they just pool down into the floor and sit. And that's after 20 years of sitting, forms a rust hole. Okay? So that's the type of rust down here. Now the rust up north from driving on salt roads is you're driving, the salt is used on the icy roads, but then it melts a lot, whether it's in the winter time or a couple of months in the spring. So you have, it's called slush. It's water, snow, and salt all mixed together. And you're driving in that for months, and all that's what that doing is it's splashing underneath your car, wheel wells. That's why they'll be all rotted in the fenders and everything, because all that slush collects and just rots it out, and you're constantly, it's like acid. So with the Chevelle, all the joints, how the car's built. You know, you got the floor going into the rocker, all these seams here. You see these are really nice. That's how the car's built. It's all pressed together, welded. Well, all that salt from up north gets up in between all them joints and just rots it out. So when you have to cut a rocker or a quarter panel off, there's nothing to weld it to, because all the lips and everything are all rotted. So, you know, you go to do a quarter panel, well, the inner wheel well's all rotted out. And you do a trunk pan, well, all the braces, all the inner structure here is all rotted out. So you start peeling away sheet metal, and you got more sheet metal to replace. That's why they're just not worth fixing up. So that's why I passed on the Chevelle, because rust is not rust. See how this is real nice here and everything? The Chevelle, you'd have to replace all that, inner, outer, you know, start fresh. Yeah, this is all factory exhaust under here. Just a little factory muffler. It really needs I think dual exhaust and headers. We'll have to check out the gas tank. Not rusty at all. Got a dent right there. We don't know how good it is inside, whether it's you know, a bunch of old sludge and crap in there, varnish. See, all these braces here are all good. The frame's good. The only spot, which is unusual that I've seen, is this back bumper rusted out. Very strange. I got my other El Camino I showed in the other video. Bumper's perfect on it. See, tailgate's perfect. So I need a bumper, possibly a tailgate. I could possibly fix this, but If I can get one cheap enough, need the chrome here, probably this chrome. This car is hammered by hail all over. Not really heavy hail, but enough where it's going to have a skim up body filler. There's original paint. There's the black stuff underneath, but the paint is in horrible shape. It's all cracked and everything. This whole car's got to be stripped down the metal. Okay, needs all the weather stripping. As I said, the driver's side's worse, but this is pretty bad. Belt moldings, that's all. It's gonna need all your typical stuff, but it's mostly all available, I believe. This one is, we're definitely gonna take all the chrome, everything off when we paint. This hood doesn't look bad, but it's all warped, and it's most likely warped from the hail. You can't see it too good. It's got all little hail, and you get pounded so much that this is really thin metal to begin with, and it just kind of warped it. But I think we're going to get a hood scoop, possibly a choo-choo edition type hood, or a hood scoop. If not, we'll get a little cowl one like I got on my 82. I'm just thinking out loud on a lot of this stuff, guys, because well, it doesn't matter if the engine doesn't run. We're still doing all this work, so I'm not really jumping ahead. We're gonna get her done. We're gonna get the body, interior, drivetrain. We're gonna bring it back to its former glory. Had 2 flat tires on it. They're in the trunk here. They're just busted off the rims. Looks like he's hauled a lot of stuff with it or something. It's just, I don't know how much dents are in the bed. Doesn't look like any, but it's just scratched to hell. And we're gonna do a good job. We're gonna strip all this down the metal, prime and paint it too. Not like the other El Camino where we just scuffed it. El Camino in the step side, scuffing, shoot it. We're gonna go overboard. We're gonna take all this chrome off, reseal all the windows, stuff like that. We're gonna get all new emblems for it. They do have the stripe kit I mentioned. We don't know if we're gonna go the same colors. I might, because white is cheap paint, but I'm not positive yet. You guys can put your comments of what you think I should paint it, what colors, what scheme. Not sure if a different color or different scheme would detract the value from it. I just don't like this gold. I don't like this color, yellowish green, super sport. You can get them in like silver, charcoal, and red stripe. I think that'll look a lot better with a different color along the bottom. Okay, so the tires and rims, these are the factory 14-inch. I do have another set of these, and they're missing a couple of chrome things, but I think I can round up. No, it has center caps too. We'll go look at them here in a little while. We got the center caps, and I'll have all the chrome, enough to do 4 wheels. See this one here, it's got 2, missing 4, missing 5 there, but I think I got enough out of the 2 sets to complete these. And again, it's painted the gold, same color as this, kinda. We'll have to figure out a paint scheme for the wheels, maybe just black or gray or something. So there's just a lot to think about, guys. Well, this is missing all the chrome. And then these are just 2 tires I put on there to get it up on the trailer. It does roll nice. Brakes are not locked up. Does have factory disc brakes on the front, which is great. Okay, there's just so much to go over with. Let me back it up, unload it up over here, and we'll get some gas, get a battery, stuff like that, and see if we can get her running. So I'll be back. Okay guys, got her rolled off the trailer. She rolls real easy. If you remember this El Camino, all the rear brakes were all seized up and just rotted. And man, it took new drums and shoes and everything to get that. This one rolls nice and easy. Okay, well, let's just go look at the wheels. I'll show you what I got here. I'll be back just a second so you don't have to. Okay guys, I don't know if any of you watch or know Corvette Ben. He doesn't live too far away from here. I've sold him a few Corvettes. We do some wheeling and dealing. I bought this set of 4 rally rims off of him for $100. Well, yeah, $100 and trade. I traded him some Corvette parts for some money, and anyway, I'm pretty sure that all the 4 center caps are there. I don't know, I think the 4th one might be under here somewhere. But there's the center caps and the trim rings. I think this set's just missing a couple of little trim, and it has kind of wide. These were off of the, he's got like a million view thing on a 72 Camaro, yellow one, that he barn find or something. These were the tires and rims off of it. So they're all cracked and dry rotted, and tread's not bad. So anyway, just give me a little idea of how wide I want to go and how tall. I know most of you will say, oh, put 15-inch rallies on it. Well, the last set I bought for the Nomad was, you know, 900 and something bucks. I'm not going to spend 900 and something bucks just on tires and rims for this one. And I want it to look semi-factory. Yeah, 15-inch rallies would be okay, but them 14 ones are the factory. So I don't want to put oddball mags on it that's on the 76 here, you know, like these ones here. I don't really want to put anything like that, aftermarket type rims on this one. So for now, unless I come across another set, you know, these ones on the Nomad were 900 and something bucks for tires and rims, new, but unless I find a set used cheap, that's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, so the little anemic 305 2-barrel at that. You would think somebody that gets a Super Sport would at least get a 4-barrel. We got some, as Corvette Ben would say, bubbified stuff here. I guess his heater core was leaking and he put in some things to shut it off. I don't know. Anyway, we got to redo all that. We're going to do what I just did with the 76 El Camino. We're going to replace all the hoses, all the belts, you know, all that stuff. Don't know if we'll get the AC working, but at least it's complete. Nothing's been you know, taken off and thrown away and stuff like that. We got new battery cables. Probably have to do a whole tune-up thing. This is just rat infested, squirrel infested, whatever. Shit, acorns, dirt daubers, crap everywhere. But it doesn't look like the spark plug wires are chewed through like this one was. This one, everything was chewed. So this one doesn't look as bad, but we'll take it all apart, clean it. We may have to do all that stuff. Probably at least get new spark plugs. Okay, the oil dipstick was right here. I couldn't find it last video. It is full, but it's just kind of dirty. I'm not going to taste it. Okay. Brake pedal went to the floor, so we're going to let's take a quick peek at it. Because of course, once we get it running, we're gonna have to drive it. They're completely empty. We'll fill that up, let it self-bleed for a while. Later on, check for leaks. Okay. So, I don't know. Yeah, nothing's been butchered up. It's because we've got the line here. Usually people cut them and put a filter on it. There's the line here coming from the tank, coming up to, should be the fuel pump. We'll figure that out. For now, well, we should disconnect that line. Don't want anything. What we're gonna do is we're gonna, I don't have a pump. I mean, I got an electric fuel pump, but we'll probably put a gallon or so of gas in the tank, disconnect this line, blow through both ends, see if it's coming out both ends, not clogged up. And then we can reconnect that line. It probably needs a new one. Yeah, it's hard and brittle. And put 5 gallons of good gas in the tank and run it from there. But for now, we'll just disconnect that line and we'll shoot some gas down here, or starting fluid, whatever it takes, and see if we can get it fired up. Before we do that, I'm gonna take my vacuum. We're gonna clean up all this shit so it doesn't get sucked down the carburetor. Okay, so that's the plan. This door here was jammed, but all it was locked. Take some vice grips, pry that up. Also, what we're going to do in this video is clean up all this rat shit. It's just packed with we'll have to figure out how to open that. I close that. No, it doesn't open. But it's all rat. Well, I got an ignition key. I had that. Well, shit. I don't know if that shifter's got to be. We may have to get an ignition switch. Anyway, those aren't very much. And yeah, I'll probably just get an ignition key and a lock and key set. I don't know if this takes a. I'll probably just take some foot. Maybe there isn't a spot for the key. I'm trying to get the key for that. Shit, it opened yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, and that's just the seat. So the biggest expense, I think, on this car, or one of them, is going to be recovering these seats. I really like them because they're original and they're high back. Stuff like this headliner is going to be no problem. Probably, you know, 30 bucks or something for that. 30 bucks plus some spray glue. Don't know about a dash cover yet. I bought one for the 84. I haven't checked the prices on them. You got to take this off and put it in behind there. Put this back on. This one does not have gauges on it. There's no gauges. We're gonna have to get some gauges. You know, at least water and stuff. Smoker. Lots of cigarettes. Rat stuff. Money. I showed everybody the paperwork last video, mostly for tires, but it's got the owner's manual, warranty book, stuff like that. Eventually we'll take all the interior out, patch the floors as needed, probably get new carpet and everything like that. But for now, we're just going to vacuum it and clean it because it stinks, and just get it presentable for now. That, and get it running and possibly driving. I think as long as the transmission works. Okay, now we're gonna clean all this crap out here. Got some old speakers, 4-way. Apparently it's supposed to, I don't know if a full-size tire will fit in there, but there was a little brochure on the mini spare. Well, not a mini spare, but smaller than factory. It does have the factory jack and stuff in there. That's connected, so that's good. And we'll have to get some new material for this. Put that up there. I think we can get some of that and cut it to fit. We'll do away with all these. These are probably the speaker wires. This needs to be all cleaned out and stuff like that. Here's the bad weather stripping here. That's how water leaks in there. Eventually we'll replace all that. But anyway, guys, let me do what I said on the gas situation, and we'll get a battery. I'll use my winch battery here, top post, clean up these terminals. It has some vice grips or something on it recently. And see what happens. Need a new battery tray. They're only like 25 bucks. Okay. Yeah, let me get some gas and vacuum up this stuff, and I will be back. Okay guys, I got a lot of vacuumed out of here. Look how easy this thing is to work on. Wiper motor right here. Blower motor right here. Everything's right there. Looks so easy to work on. Okay, I'm gonna vacuum a little bit in here. I got this open. I guess it does take a key. Yeah, this is all mouse house in here. I don't think that's anything of the car. This, oh, I guess it is a, oh, that's a factory CB. Delco GM. Yep, General Motors Corporation. I wonder if that works. That's worth a bundle of money, I think. We'll have to. I'm not sure what that is. It's just nasty in here, guys. Just filthy. I was looking for something on eBay. They sell this. Mine's good. But just this cover here is $92. I think the whole console's good. Just cracks in the dash. Okay, we're gonna clear some of this stuff out. We'll have to disconnect all these speaker wires and we'll run them better. Just shit everywhere, just packed in there. Well, we'll do a little vacuuming and take out the mats and condom. Old condom in there. Anyway, I'm going to clean that out. Take out the... Man, that floor mat's been in there a while. That carpet looks pretty good under there. So we can... Yeah, it still have to be replaced because it's so stinky and stuff, and it's not that much. Let's see what's on here. So it's even got the factory back mats. And a Buick hat? What's the guy wearing a Buick hat for? Anyway, guys, it's just packed full of shit. Oh, here's the jack handle and the jack base. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to clean all this out, so get rid of some of the smell, and then we'll get some gas and try to fire it up, put in some brake fluid. Okay, guys, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got most of the crap cleaned out. The only thing of value I found was these tire plugs. A whole bunch of them. There's the speaker stuff. Here's some old rust treatment, destroys rust. This is what I needed for the other El Camino, was this deal here and this. And this was in there, and that looks like a speedometer gear, the transmission. An old can of 134. I figured this was R12, but maybe it's been converted. Okay, so that's what it looks like underneath the cubby hole there. Lots of room. Looks like this was a drain, a little plastic drain plug, and they're taking that out. This carpet here, yeah, we'll see if we can find some carpet and replace all that. This rubber thing here just screws out. So eventually we'll take all that stuff out. What else to do? Oh, see, there's look how solid it is. No rust. No rust in the rockers or door jambs. Or doors. Bottom of the doors. Solid. Oh, I forgot to vacuum. I need to vacuum that glove box out. I'll show you something on the other side. I don't know what this thing is. Now, no button there, but it says LP gas. This is primer. There's just a wire there. And then this is out. Out for safety. Oh, what all that stuff is. You think it was running on propane at one point, or what? Have to see where this cable goes. Anyway, that's kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, I just got most of this stuff cleaned out. Again, solid. All solid. A little bit of surface rust, but yeah, I'm happy with it. Oh, probably pull this headliner down. At least cut this stuff off for now, so. And get rid of this stuff. I don't know what this is. Toaster oven or something. Yeah. Toaster oven. Get rid of that in the shit pile. Okay, well, I'll be back and we'll squirt some gas down it, put a battery in it, see if she'll run. wanted to show you this, guys. Got a drain hole here, another hole right there, but it drains right into the cubby hole. So, but see, they pulled that drain plug in this one, but I bet water got in there. If there's going to be a rust hole, it's going to be right in there, or from it dripping down right in here. Okay, I'm going to pile all this stuff in the back, except for them speakers and stuff. I'm going to throw them out. Yeah, it's too bad we can't, I don't know if that can come around or not. Probably just make some new ones. May power wash them and stuff, see if they flatten out, but anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys, hooked up a battery, put a little gas in it. Yeah, I got a bunch of crap on this. Give it a shot. Oh, it run. Uh-oh. Starter stuck. Something in the bed banging. Little lifter noise. Little lifter noise on the other side. We'll see if that calms down once the oil builds up. Something's banging down here. Muffler, tailpipe or something. Still running. No, it's died. Forgot to put brake fluid in. I put brake fluid in. Put some more gas, let it idle a little bit, and check the transmission fluid. I'll be right back. You know what that is? That's the electric fuel pump back there. Okay, guys, I put a few gallons of gas in there, but I don't think it's getting up to the engine. I'll try it, but yeah, it's gonna need a starter. Got no brakes. Ah. Died. Okay, it's low on transmission fluid and I don't have any. But it'll move. She's moving. And drive. Yeah, she's just low on fluid, but I can't stop. She's got no brakes whatsoever. It just died anyway. It ran out of gas. Can't turn this key back off. I don't know. Something's jammed. Yeah, that fuel pump's loud. What I'm gonna do is disconnect it from here, see if it's getting in there, see if any fuel's coming out, and then let it run some more, see if that valve, lifter or rocker or something. Sounds like it's banging over here. Anyway, I'll be back. Yeah, it's still clicking over here, guys. Oh, it's smoking a little bit from the vent. I'll have to take that valve cover off and take a look. Maybe it's just a loose rocker, but seems to run good other than that. Took a little bit of water, it had antifreeze in it, just about a quart low. Yeah, so let me take this off and see if there's any gas coming out from that fuel pump. I'll blow some air down there. Yeah, it's where the mechanical fuel pump should be, right there. It's missing. I wonder if I can put a mechanical fuel pump back on there. Unless the cam was worn and that's why they did that. That thing's loud. I have to get a more. I think I got one or two around. Somebody sent me one for another car. Could always put another one on there. But anyway, yeah, it runs and moves. Yeah, if I do that, we'll have to get a valve cover gaskets and do that. Probably just go ahead and do away with these. Get them out of the way. Get this stuff out of the way and take that valve cover off and run it. But I'd like to get it running on its own. So yeah, let me take this off and see if there's any gas coming in. Maybe this filter's clogged. There's no gas. I'll get an air hose, blow it through there, blow it through the gas tank, see what happens. I'll be back. Okay guys, I disconnected this fuel line here to there. That goes to the electric fuel pump, and I blew some air through there. A little bit of old gas squirted out. The fuel pump's on and just nothing comes out. I blew air in the gas neck there, and nothing. So it's clogged up somehow. Probably the sock in the sending unit. I had an electric fuel pump, but I can't find it. I was going to hook it up here and see if it would suck gas out of there, in case this one's just, all it's doing is making a bunch of noise. We don't know. Okay, so I was under here, and as I suspected, the rear floors are shot. As far as I can tell, the front ones are okay, but the catalytic converter's right in the way. You see? It's all rotten. Plus a big old dent up there that broke all the rust. So that's right where all the water from the bed was leaking down in there, collecting. See the catalytic converter up there? I can't tell, that's the front floor. I didn't get under the driver's side, but I would assume that the front floors are good. Fuel pump that's goes under here. That's a fuel pump right there. The main line comes in here, and then the vent goes on the driver's side. So I'm gonna look around for that fuel pump some more. I know I had one and then somebody sent me one, and I used one for the extra tank on the Nomad, but the other one, I don't know where I put it. I just don't know. That way we can find out if that fuel pump is actually working. But it looks like I'll probably have to pull the tank at the minimum, clean that out, order a new sending unit and stuff, because the gas gauge doesn't work either. It just goes all the way to full. But anyway, I'll figure out what to do and I'll be back. Found it. Okay, let me hook that up and we'll see if we can get any gas out of that line. I'll be back. Okay guys, I just run into town. Got some transmission fluid so we can top it off. Got 5 gallons more gas. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I put a couple of gallons in there and it just wasn't enough to reach the bottom of the deal there, and the socks probably clogged up, hardened up. We'll put 5 gallons in there, let it soak for a little bit, and then we're gonna hook up, well, I got them both hooked up, but we're gonna run both fuel pumps and see if one of them will suck up the gas. If that doesn't work, then we'll have to take the tank out, and if I do that, I might as well get a new sending unit, sock, all that stuff. And we'll have to do something about the fuel pump situation. Even though that one's working, it's way, way, way too loud. Just inside the car just sounds horrible. I don't see how anybody could drive around with that loud fuel pump like that. This little one that I got here, yeah, it's quiet, but it's cheap. So, you know, who knows how long it'll last, an hour, a day, a week, a month. We need a permanent fuel pump on there. I have to look it up and see if this, I'm pretty sure this was made with a standard mechanical fuel pump. Why they took it off, maybe the cam lobe is ground down and it don't work. We don't know. As far as the engine wise goes, yeah, after we get it running on its own, we'll take this valve cover off and see if it's a rocker, lifter, push rod, whatever. Now, it's an anemic 305. I've said it 100 times, but it's I'm assuming it is. I can check the numbers, but I'm assuming it's the original engine that came with the car. Now, in most cases, you know, that would make the car very more valuable, having the original engine in it. On this particular car with a 150 horsepower engine, I don't think so. I think you could put a hopped up 350 or, you know, LS or something like that, and it's not going to deter the value of the car. But if it runs and we get it running pretty good, even though it's below horsepower, why swap it? We can soup it up a little bit. We can put headers on it. I do have a set of headers, but I don't have the collectors and the gaskets for it. But they're a brand new set, $100 eBay ones. I just never used on another car. Put headers on it, duals, intake, 4-barrel. You know, get it up there. You know, an air, nice open flow air cleaner. Get her up there at about 200 horsepower. It'd probably be okay. You put too much horsepower, you're gonna put a strain on the transmission, the rear end. You know, you just keep going from there. You just keep breaking stuff. So we don't need it as fast as we can get it and all that. We don't need, you know, 400, 500 horsepower. Get it up a couple of 100 horsepower, be good enough for this. It's not going to be a race car. Whoever buys it can do whatever the hell they want to it. But for me, we're just going to have little cheap 14-inch tires on it. You know, trying to get her up to 200 horsepower so it doesn't embarrass itself too much. And go from there. So, okay, That's the plan so far. Let me put that gas in there and we'll see what happens. Okay. So we'll hook up. That's just... Okay. There's the factory pump. Gas should come out of here. So we got the fuel pump going. And then we'll connect this and start the other pump. You can hear it shaking. Oh. It'll probably take a while to pump that gas through. I don't know why the factory one or whatever quit already. I'll have to figure out that ignition too, why it isn't pulling back. I did pour some gas down here and then pumped it, and it pumped it all out. So, oh, there goes the other pump. So here we go, 2 pumps going. Nah, she ain't doing nothing, guys. I'll be back if it does something. Hey guys, here's what I did. I cut the line from the gas tank into that fuel pump and then blew air into the gas tank. And it took about 3 good shots and it finally broke loose, probably blew the sock off the sending unit tube. And then gas started coming out, so I hooked it all back up and then nothing. So I took the other line off that went from the fuel pump to the line up to the carburetor and blew it out, make sure it was free. It was. Hooked it back up, still nothing. So I disconnected the lines from the fuel pump and just kind of stuck it together with a little filter, run it up here to this fuel pump. And now we got some gas. It's not a lot, should be enough to run it. And it's just running off this fuel pump. It's still coming out kind of varnishy. Yeah, it blew all gas. I was underneath here and it blew all the gas all over my arm, shirt, hair, everything. I just stink. I'm gonna take a shower here in a little bit. But anyway, I think we got gas now. Still got to take it apart at some point because the gas gauge don't work. But for now, I think we can hook this line up. I was just letting it run for a while because hell, it should have 7 or 8 gallons of good gas in there. Now whether that's what it looks like with the old gas mixed with the new, I don't know. But we're going to hook that up to this line here. And then it should come right up here to the carburetor. And so what I done was I hooked a little filter back there. So it's got a filter back there. Okay, so let me so I just got that hooked up there. Okay, let me hook that up and we'll give her a shot before it gets dark out. Okay guys, running on its own. Almost sounds like it's hitting the valve cover. I think didn't Puddin have that on his wagon? There, he couldn't figure out what the noise was and ended up being that the valve cover was on backwards or whatever, and or upside down, and that's what it was. But I don't know if this one's like that or not. We'll find out. Okay, well, running on its own. Now the problem is I still got no brakes. I filled the master cylinder with fluid and been pumping the shit out of it, but nothing. See if the emergency brake works. I don't think the emergency brake works. I can't drive this with no brakes, guys. I got emergency brake pushed all the way down. It's not doing anything. It does have air shocks on the back. Probably don't work, but they're all kind of rusty. But I think mostly all El Camino's got. She's driving. Got the emergency brake pushed all the way down. I think it's helping just a hair. I can't really give it any gas because I won't be able to stop. Well, we got some accomplished. Got it running on its own, driving somewhat. We'll have to take all them brakes apart and see. Probably the master cylinder. Uh-oh, I just died. Started right back up. Still got all that bad gas going through it, so I think we'll have to park it down here to take Nikki for a walk, and she'll be freaked out about this car. Park it out here for a little bit. Oh, it just died again. A little bit of smoke, but that's normal for sitting for 20 years. We'll have to let her really run, and can't get rid of the smoke and the clatter, then probably have to put another engine in it. But well, guys, I think that'll end it for this video. Like I said, we got her running, got her driving. Need to work on the brakes, check the clicking on the on the passenger side, see what that is, and then a whole bunch of stuff. I ordered the 2 floor pans for the rear on eBay. Looking it up, it was like $129, and then one was $74.95 each. And then all of a sudden I found an ad for the pair, left and right, $99.50. So I ordered them. So $100 ain't too bad to fix a floor, plus welding wire and grinding disc. But I think that'll take care of that. Can't see too good on the front, but I think they'll be all right. It's just where the water's been leaking in the bed into the floor. What else did I? I don't know if I ordered anything else. I ordered something else, but I can't remember. They got these little filler panels up here. Got them. I haven't ordered them, and the marker lights. You can get just about anything for this car. I'm going to put an ad locally in the marketplace to see if I can get a bumper and a tailgate. See if anybody has it used. You can get them new, but they're like $600 each and shit. Or I could get a fiberglass, under 200 bucks for a fiberglass inlay thing that takes the tail lights and everything, but I don't really like that. I'd rather have a chrome bumper on it. But anyway, everything's available. I'll see what I'll round up here. Now, you've already seen the video of when I bought it. I haven't posted that yet as I'm making this video, so I can't, you know, I'm not going to know the comments and everything. I'm getting way ahead of myself on the videos, guys. I probably need to put a couple of them a day or two apart instead of, I usually try to post every 3 days. But anyway, we'll get caught up. So anyway, I haven't seen any comments yet on this car, but keep them coming. Like I said, I ask all them questions. Let me know, and we'll go from there. And next video, we'll get some more work done to her. But I'm liking it. I like it. I think it's going to be pretty nice fixed up. If we can save this engine, it'll be a big plus. Oh, well, shit. I don't know if I can turn that car off, guys. Forgot that ignition don't go back. Oh well, I'll get it off. Okay, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow me all the way through. We'll get this done. Be working on this and probably try to get some parts or whatever for this IROC Z. It really needs the whole wiring harness. One of these days I might get up to a wrecking yard, see if I can get one, or get a parts car. You never know. If I can get that, and I don't know if I need the right motor mounts and exhaust manifolds, something to do with that too. Anyway, we may just split the time between the IROC Z and the El Camino. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next video.